Now, surely you're wondering what we're up to with all of these water bottles, so I'll let you in on it. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit last year, it was an unprecedented challenge for us in terms of not just basic healthcare, but even essentials such as drinking water. Fortunately, there were people among us who set their own worries aside and reached out to the people who needed help the most. One such individual happens to be here with me today. His name is Akbar Merchant. He's actually one of my colleagues, and well, he's usually a behind-the-scenes guy, but during the pandemic last year, he's done some outstanding work. Akbar, thank you so much for making time for us today. Now, I know you're in a rush to get somewhere, so how about we continue this in the car?
Sure.
So Akbar, where are we going today?
So we are headed to Goregaon at the NESCO center, which has been currently converted to a COVID-19 hospital and also a vaccination center.
Okay, well, Goregaon is quite a drive, and not that I mind it in the aura, but why don't you tell us about all the work you've been doing until we get there?
So we started this in the month of May 2020 during the lockdown and the migrant crisis, where we started going to the railway stations and distributing water to the migrants who were leaving the city and going to their villages. We started very small with around 2 people and around 1000 to 1500 liters on the first day. And very soon we had a team of around 12 to 15 people, and so within the first 15 days we were fortunate enough to distribute more than 20,000 liters of water. And soon the Shramik special trains which were being run for migrants were cancelled, and we shifted focus to the newly set up COVID-19 hospitals in Bombay. And we started distributing water at the BKC COVID-19 center in the month of June, and till now we are being distributing at 16 different locations, and we've distributed around 1.25 lakh liters of water.
Wow,
Yes.
that's terrific.
Thanks.
Wow.
So our team belongs to a wider movement called the Ismaili Civic, run by the Ismaili Muslim community, and it's a global movement where we as a community as a whole, we try and do activities for the other community members residing in the vicinity.
But what you haven't told me, Akbar, is why were you so insistent on me bringing the aura today?
So I've been using this aura since quite some time. I've used this earlier as well for this activity. It's a very compact car and quite refined, and very easy to drive in the city, and also for parking because of the compact footprint and also the light steering. And the important thing is that the boot is quite big, so I can easily carry around 150 to 200 1 liter water bottles in one go for my water project. So once we started distributing water to a lot of hospitals, we required something, on the go where we could discuss, plan the whole operation and decide which hospital needs what type of water and when. And in all this, the Aura became a makeshift office, because we were planning things on the go. We were delivering water as soon as it was required. The engine is quite good. I mean, I like this 1 liter turbo engine. It's quite peppy in the city. And also, what I also noticed is that it's quite good on the pocket as well, because the fuel economy is quite good. So it wasn't really a thirsty engine at all.
While Akbar loved the Aura, I was suitably impressed on the drive too. Not only was the Aura spacious, but it was feature-packed as well. I also liked the infotainment system and the wireless charger, which lets you stay connected at all times. After effortlessly making our way through Mumbai's notoriously tight roads and traffic, we arrived at the NESCO center where Akbar and his team got to work, putting smiles on the faces of our tireless frontline workers. It's here that we also met Dr. Shelly Dedia, who had a few words of appreciation to share with us.
Ismaili Civic has helped us a lot in providing water, which is a very essential part, and donations of water to all the doctors and the workers who are working with us in the center. It has really helped us a lot in this pandemic time, when many of them are staying with accommodations and they don't have proper facilities. So this water really helped us a lot. We're very grateful for their services.
Akbar, that was some tedious job that requires so much commitment. But tell me, what really keeps you going?
So since we started this project, we are seeing these frontline workers putting their lives at stake and helping the community and COVID patients day and night. So to help them by giving drinking water is actually a good thing that we're doing. It's not a big thing, but we're doing something good for them, and that's what helps us keep going. And if a small project like ours can cater to 125,000 people in India, imagine if more of us can come forward and do something like this. It would help the community in a much better way.
Let's go back then.
Sure.
The drive back home at the end of the day was one of fulfillment and satisfaction. And if you've always wanted to make a difference to society but just couldn't find the motivation, you could take inspiration from stories like these.